welcome back, gang. We have a little dilemma here with our daily driver 5.9 liter Grand Cherokee. It would appear that either the multi-function switch has failed or the daytime running light switch or module. Now in Canada, we have a law, anywhere in Canada, anything 1989 or newer must have daytime running lights on it. So as soon as you start your vehicle, a very low beam light is in here. So I noticed when my wife came home yesterday, that the lights wouldn't turn off. Now the Grand Cherokee ZJ, it has an option where if the lights are on when you turn the ignition off and then you turn the lights off, they'll stay on for 30 seconds or a minute until you get to your house. This particular Jeep has that option, but we ruled that out. That's not what's going on. Now I've reprogrammed this Jeep. It's with the Chrysler DRB3 professional scan tool. It has the police program in it, so I have the ability to do different things with my lights, and it gets rid of the top speed limiter, etc., and advances the timing. Another quick fact about these Jeeps: you have to run them on Supreme fuel, otherwise you'll get tons of detonation and pinging. So we've replaced the multifunction switch. Here's the factory one over here on the back of her. The Chrysler multifunction switch, it's in all the pickups, everything. It does delay wipers, wash and turn, and high beam, and hazard lights. Now, I wasn't sure if this switch was faulty. It's quite a bit of testing to find out, so I swapped it in for a new one. The Jeep is still doing the problem. As you can see, the ignition's off, the headlights are off, and the daytime running lights are on. Now, it's telling me there's a failure on the dash by having the high beam indicator remain lit. That's how the Jeep's saying, hey, there's a problem with the circuit. So the next order of business, to get down to some troubleshooting here, is right underneath here. This is the main distribution block behind this awesome red top Optima. Right down here is the daytime running light module. So we're gonna unplug it and see if that fixes the problem. If this doesn't fix the problem, if it's not a bad DRL module, then basically we gotta chase wires. So over here we have the factory Chrysler service manual. Not a Haynes manual, an actual dealership service manual. And this is what I use for reference, not YouTube, ironically enough, or other videos. I happen to be a professionally trained technician, and you'll find people like the Car Wizard, Hoovie's buddy, the Car Wizard. He's gonna use a book like this to diagnose his problems, and it'll give me wiring diagrams if I have to go through the wiring system to find if maybe there's a fault. Did I have a mouse eat something? I can go through it with the wiring diagrams in this book. So we're gonna unhook the DRL module now and see if that helps. It's kind of awkward to get to. You gotta move a power wire, push down a little clip down here. Not an easy task. I might have better luck with my pocket knife, actually. Not sure, because I don't like breaking clips. Yep, there we go. Okay, so what I did there, gang, was the way the clip works, I'll show you when I get it up. It clips on, so you release it, then you can pull them off. Far too often people grab onto stuff and they can't get it unclipped, and that's how you break your clips. So we got the top unplugged. The bottom is very difficult because you can't really get at it. So you just take your time. And of course, this has never been unclipped. It's been clipped in here since 1998. So we want to take our time with getting it unclipped. And it is being stubborn. One of the things about being in automotive repair, you have to have patience. So the cover's unclipped. It's incredibly hard to see. Yeah, that's off. We've got to, there's one more, there it is. Okay, so there's another release pin down there. I'm going to use my knife because it's thinner. If I can get it underneath. Almost. There we go. See, with a little bit of patience, if you look down here, guys, here's the clip. So the reason why it wouldn't release was that was stuck right there. It's a weather pack clip. And I finally got it. And now, as you can see, the headlights are out. So now we'll run some tests with the new multifunction switch in there, and we'll see if everything operates normally. Sometimes the daytime running light switch will carry the voltage for the dash lights and stuff. So I want to make sure everything works before I just bypass this switch. If it won't, we're going to either have to look at the wiring diagram and do some wiring ourselves, or get a new daytime running light switch. So the first thing we're going to try, we have headlights. Okay, high beam, low beam, very good. Fog lights are working. That's a good sign. We have dash light. No headlight. Turn signal left. Turn signal right. Running light. And fog light. Fog lights off. Running lights on. Okay. Headlight, low beam, with fog lights, high beam, no fog lights, or fog lights on?
Fog lights on.
Okay. Low beam, high beam, low beam. Fog lights on.
Yep.
Okay. So, and we have our dash lights on. Everything in here is working, guys. I'll get out of the way so Uncle Bobo can show you. Here, hang on a sec. I gotta lower the steering column so you can see properly. Make sure the radio's turned down there, Bobo, so we don't get demonetized. Unless it's Ryan Upchurch, then let her play. So as you can see here, guys, the 5.9 Jeep says premium unleaded from the factory. It is a very important thing that you do on these Jeeps. They have 9.5 to 1 compression from the factory, so you gotta make sure that you run Supreme fuel. I'm gonna let Bobo get out here and I'll demonstrate what we changed in the switch in the column. So right here is that multi-function switch. I'm gonna go grab the other one. I'll be right back, guys. This opportunity while the column's apart here. So here's the switch outside. It's got one main bus connector that bolts onto the back, and a couple of, if you look here, these are what are called torque safety screws. Famous in the 90s, so you had to take your vehicle to the dealership to get worked on. And there are Torx with a pin in the middle. Previously, now you can buy them. When I first bought them, you had to be a mechanic and show your license in order to buy the tool to get that. Right here is just the tilt. I screwed that back in so I could drive it over to our other place here. Wipers are working. multi-function switches in there. So we know the original one's good. We're gonna keep it. There's your factory Chrysler part number. We're gonna keep it as a backup for our other project Jeep, and we'll just leave the new one in here. My wife daily drives this Jeep, so this way I don't have to worry about it failing on her. Everything else is working properly and the problem is solved. So it was a bad daytime running light switch. Now, we drive around with our lights on anyway, so I'm not worried about it. If you're not the kind of person that turns your lights on every day, or you don't put it on auto, make sure that you replace that daytime running light switch, because in Canada it's the law. So we're gonna go over here now. We'll shut her down. I'm not gonna bore you with putting the surround back around the column. What you're hearing is the air bleed through the rest of the system. This is a homemade cold air kit we put on it so it could breathe a little bit better. All right, gang, that about wraps it up for the unexpected headlight repair on the Daily Driver 5.9 Grand Cherokee. A little bit of background on these. It's a 5.9 liter, very rare Jeep. They were only offered in 1998. Factory, they came with 245 horsepower and 300 foot-pounds of torque. It's a well-known fact that that's an underrating. This Jeep is stock. I promise, it's stock. Yeah. Just maintenance. If you could see the smile on Babu's face right now, it would be very classic. Anyways, Hoovy, I called you out. You turned me down the first time. I'll come to you. So Tyler Hoover, even Blake wants to race. See? What do you think, Blake Dog?
Should Uncle Luke race him?
Isn't that right, Blake Dog? Right on, buddy. Okay, Hoovy. So I'll come to you. No pink slips, none of that crap. We'll just do it for views and fun. All right, gang. Stay tuned. We do have the BMW M54 powered content coming up. And now that we have our amazing tire sponsor, we got a lot of amazing things planned for it. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Check out Kal Tire's YouTube channel here and maybe another video you like here. And don't forget to subscribe right here. We'll see you on the next one, guys.